Oh, I think I'm too close to this. Fuck. Okay, that looks better. Hi everyone, it's me again, and for this topic, I'm going to be talking about Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I'm kind of excited to talk about this game. It's been out for a little over a week, and I mean, even though the year's not even that far into beginning, it's probably one of my favorite games so far. I mean, obviously, I'm one of the biggest Dragon Ball Z fans you'll ever come across. I still haven't watched Super, so you can judge me if you want. But this game is fucking fantastic. Like, I haven't played a 2.5D fighting style game in probably since Mortal Kombat X came out. Actually, I take that back. I haven't played one since Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out. And I don't know, I didn't really enjoy the appeal to that game. It just, it just didn't appeal to me. And the fact that it didn't have individual character endings in the arcade mode is what really took away my interest from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Or Infinity, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't care, it's garbage. It's good fighting, but like, there's so many concepts that they left out in that game. Okay, enough about Infinity. Let's talk about FighterZ. I'm speechless because, you don't really hear too often about, 2.5D fighting style games, especially Dragon Ball Z, because as of late, it's always been like open world, kind of a free roam type thing. As for the last two Dragon Ball games that came out, I didn't really start playing the games until the very first Budokai came out, and between Budokai up to FighterZ, there's probably only like 2 or 3 games that I haven't played yet. Second Budokai, the second Budokai Tenkaichi, and the first Raging Blast. Everything else I've played, and I think compared to like every single Dragon Ball Z game that I've played, FighterZ probably is either, these are all the games I've played, it's either like it's on par or it's just leagues above every other game that I've played. Let's talk about every other game I've played. The first and third Budokai games, which I happen to have on the Budokai HD collection, those are classics. You cannot deny that those games were the shit growing up. They still are. If I ever dust off my PS3 one of these days, which I do on occasion, I will play the shit out of those games. Especially the third Budokai, because I love playing as Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I love playing as like any... When it comes to Dragon Ball Z games, the only reason I care about GT is just to play as those characters. Anything else, I don't. I'm okay with it. As far as like the GT storyline, stop bothering me, please. Yeah, those were probably like... No, those two were the first Dragon Ball Z games I ever played. And then I got Budokai Tenkaichi 3 when it came out. I used to play that for fucking months. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. Like, some people play them for weeks. Some people play them for a couple days and they're just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop now. No, I played this game fucking non-stop. Even when I had school, I would rush doing my homework just to go fucking play this game. Because that's how good it was. And I'm pretty sure if I can find room to plug in my PS2, I would probably play the shit out of that game again. Now, after the Budokai Tenkaichi games is when the Dragon Ball Z games started moving into the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 platforms, and from there on, I rented Burst Limit. That's what it was. Yeah. Oh my god. That was like a classic tribute to the Budokai games, but with like updated graphics and a much smoother frame rate. Not that the Budokai games didn't look good for their time, which they honestly fucking did, but like, Burst Limit was a step up in terms of graphics, mechanics, and anything you can think of. I played that game and I was a little underwhelmed because, this is nothing new compared to the Budokai franchise, so I was like, yeah, I can enjoy this. I'm not blown away by it, but they also borrowed a lot of mechanics from the Shin Budokai games. I don't know if you guys remember those, but when the PSP was, when they were still making games for PlayStation Portable, I got the first two Shin Budokai games, the only two Shin Budokai games, and they borrowed a lot of the mechanics from the Budokai franchise. Well, obviously, it's Shin Budokai, but just different storylines and whatnot. Honestly, those are probably my favorites. Those are probably my favorite games ever played on the PlayStation Portable, aside from the Grand Theft Auto games, but that's another story. Yeah, Burst Limit reminded me a lot of the Shin Budokai games and the original Budokai franchise. And then I played Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. Some of the mechanics were kind of borrowed from Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and I thought, this isn't bad. This is good, but it's not gonna, fucking blow my mind. And then there was Ultimate Tenkaichi, which I didn't get until a little over, I think it was almost a year after it came out. I got it because I was like, I kind of wanted to get up to date on what, Bandai Namco is coming out with. That game was okay at best. It was a little below average at best. That game was so fucking rubbish compared to all the previous games I played. And then came along Battle of Z, which the only reason I was even excited for that game was because it had the characters from Battle of Gods, Beerus and Whis. And I thought, okay, this looks kind of cool. And then I go to play it, which came out a couple days before my birthday. I wanted to fucking shoot myself. That was the worst fucking game I ever played. That was one of the worst Dragon Ball games. I'm pretty sure, the next year, I took it back to GameStop. I didn't care about how much trade value I got at it. I just wanted it out of my fucking hands. Oh my god. I was severely disappointed in that game. You would not understand. Then, fast forward to 2015, and guess what comes out? Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the game changer in the Dragon Ball fighting game franchise. This was definitely a game changer. I had a feeling that it was going to be as repetitive as Battle of Z. I was wrong. And I was so fucking glad I was wrong. I have never been so happy to have been proven wrong so much in my life. Because the first time I laid hands on Xenoverse, I was like, this is great. I could play this for fucking months. And I kinda did. I mean, if you've subscribed to my gaming channel, you know that I've done so many fucking walkthroughs of the first Xenoverse game. It was good. The DLCs were nice while they lasted. And I love that for the Xenoverse games, you had to create your own character to play the actual game, play the actual story. That's what I really enjoyed the most about the Xenoverse games. You have to relive this. You have to live this story. Relive it. I mean, you kind of are, but the timelines are kind of changed. Same thing with Xenoverse 2, except this frame rate was so much more smoother, but compared to the first Xenoverse, it just didn't capture my interest as much. It felt like a rushed product compared to the first Xenoverse game, and honestly, I was like, once I finish this game, I'm probably not playing it again. Except for when the DLCs came out. That was the only exception. Other than that, I said, I am done with the Xenoverse. And now, flash forward to January 26, 2018, 3 days before I turned 22, and guess what came out? FighterZ. Oh my god. I remember all the hype that was being built into this game, and I felt like a kid again. I always feel like a kid when a new Dragon Ball Z game comes out, because Dragon Ball Z was my childhood. And when they announced Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and then the Dragon Ball Super announcement, I was like, everything's going back. And I love it. I really do. Because there is honestly nothing more joyous than one of your favorite childhood franchises. They're not even making a comeback. They're just steadily releasing products. And even if they don't make it the best, they still do an effort to keep coming out with products that their fans will enjoy. I mean, Pokemon's been doing the same thing for years, but Pokemon's never gonna stop making games or stop making the anime. They're not even gonna stop making movies. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. But literally, I felt like a fucking kid when I heard that Dragon Ball FighterZ was coming out, because I looked at the graphics, I looked at the gameplay. Oh my god, I wet my pants so many times. I'm not even joking. Literally the best thing that ever happened to my PS4 was FighterZ. And I said the same thing about the Xenoverse games. And, well, I mean, that statement is refutable or non-refutable. Is that even a phrase? Is that even a word? I don't care. But Yes, FighterZ is fucking amazing. I love fighting games. I love 2.5D fighting style games. Probably my favorite one on this generation was Mortal Kombat X. And this doesn't even come close to Mortal Kombat X, but I don't fucking care. Because literally I can't get enough of this fucking game. Even if I don't play it as often as I want to, I still love it. Literally the best fucking game I've played since the first Xenoverse. I mean, either of the Xenoverse games. Fuck it, man. This game blows the Xenoverse franchise out the fucking water. That's how good this game is. Oh my god. I'm gonna keep playing this game. I don't even have the season pass, but, like, you know, if I have to buy the extra DLC, so fucking be it. Because this game is so worth it. I really hope you guys are encouraged to buy this game like I was, because, I mean, I'm a diehard Dragon Ball Z fan. I'm gonna fucking buy this game. I'm gonna fucking buy any game Bandai Namco comes out with that's either Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Seven Deadly Sins. You get the fucking memo. I love this game. It's so good. And if you haven't played it, I highly recommend that you do, because this is like an ode to the much older Dragon Ball Z fighting games that came out in the 2000s. It's like a tribute to the Budokai franchise. It's like a tribute to Burst Limit. And if you played those games growing up like I did, then honestly, that's the only memo you need to get, because this game is beautiful. It doesn't need any polishing. There is no fucking polishing to put on this game. If you want me to be honest with you, this game is an absolute 10 out of 10. And I know I've said in videos before that, like, giving 10 out of 10s is probably just exaggerating, just to make somebody feel good. No, this is not the same situation with FighterZ. Fuck that. Dude, this game is a 10 out of 10. I would give it a fucking 11 out of 10 if I could, but I can't. Because scales don't work that way. So yeah, that's all I got to talk about. I know this was supposed to be a review about FighterZ, and I ended up talking about the entire fucking Dragon Ball Z franchise as far as the games go, and honestly that's okay, because I'm supposed to bring this up if I'm gonna make I guess a side-by-side comparison of what this franchise has consisted of so far. Regardless, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review vlog, because I really want to do these more often. Whether I'm reviewing games, or I'm reviewing music, maybe even TV shows, I might get to that. Oh god, I'm so excited. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share, do whatever you can to support me, because I'm going to be making as many of these videos as possible. Like, you don't understand how much I want to be back in full swing for YouTube. This may be my only chance, so. Oh, and also, please check out my short film if you haven't, because it's one of my proudest moments ever in video making. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know the whole story. It was a filmmaking project that ended up turning into a YouTube monarch, and it would mean a lot if you guys checked it out, shared it, liked it, give me your thoughts on it. Give me your thoughts on any of my recent videos, please. I just really want to be back in full swing on YouTube, and with that, I bid you all farewell. I'll see you guys later. Bye.